relax.
What's going on? Did you see something?
भाई
Tourist spots.
क्या
I have a few references.
Us leaving Dunya's side without letting her know is kind of rude, you know.
मैं खेल रहा था, मैंने सोचा स्ट्रीम ही कर लूं यार, बहुत ही सही स्टोरी चल रही है। लाइक डेजा वू आ रहे हैं एक ही दिन को, मैं 3 से 4 बार, लाइक एक ही दिन को वो 3 से 4 बार रिपीट कर चुका हूँ मैं। डूड, दिस इज नॉट अ गेम नाउ। आई थिंक दैट्स डेंड्रो आर्कॉन है। इस पूरी फक्ड अप स्टोरी यार, इतनी प्यारी स्टोरी कहाँ से लेके आते हैं लोग। कभी सोचा नहीं था इतनी अच्छी गेम में स्टोरी मिलेगी यार कुछ। वो भी ऐसा नहीं कि खत्म हो रही है, अभी 7 रीजन और बचे हैं, 3rd रीजन है, 4th रीजन। भाई व्हाट्स दैट अप, इतनी फक्ड अप स्टोरी भाई, इतना सही कैसे हो सकता है कुछ, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा। मतलब एक ही दिन को मैं 4 बार जीत चुका हूँ इसी गेम में। हाय शैलेंद्र करो। अरे भाई अभी मत बोले, दिमाग खराब हो गया अभी इसकी स्टोरी से। एक ही दिन को मैं 4 से 5 बार इस गेम में रिपीट कर चुका हूँ, और अब बता रहे हैं कुछ। भाई मेरे को इतनी अच्छी लगी स्टोरी, मैं स्ट्रीम चालू कर दिया भाई। आई थिंक दैट्स डेंड्रो आर्कॉन। वो इसकी यस। Could it be possible that's Dendro? Skip it, what the fuck, this story is so amazing, why could I skip it? Like क्या ही स्टोरी बनाई है लिखने वाले ने यार। एक ही दिन में 4 से 5, अभी कहाँ से आ गई दुनिया का। भाई मेन कैरेक्टर भी कंफ्यूज है पूरा। अभी तुम्हें पता नहीं क्या क्या हो गया, मतलब मैं आधे घंटे से इसकी स्टोरी चला रहा था।
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you?
I think that's a Dandro Archon.
I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside? You should use it too, Paimon.
क्या है? चेहरा तो दिखाओ इसका भाई, कौन है? हाँ वो is यार।
Well, this seems kind of sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do.
अरे फील वो कौन, उसकी शक्ल तो दिखाओ हमको यार। ये पूरी स्टोरी 5 से 10 बार भी जो इन्हें देखी है ना, 5 से 10 बार चला चुकी है ये लोग। और
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero
20th टाइम है इसी फेस्टिवल।
No, the 30th? 40th?
और कभी ऐसा सोचा नहीं था गेम में ऐसा मेरे साथ होगा। मैं गेम की रिपीट करता हूँ।
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago. Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our mind. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the 2 of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And
really?
You also have special, sensitive
Paimon,
constitutions.
Yeah, Paimon can speak.
It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Paimon is 5-star food. So
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well.
You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyar. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and
She doesn't have a lot of
she
time
doesn't
left.
have a lot of time left.
क्या हो गया भाई?
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Nahida.
Good, you passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara.
What is
As for the
samsara?
truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing...
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Let me collect my thoughts. When you enter a state of consumption, you can choose any text entry to interrupt it. This interrupting process involves analysis of the text entry and may add new entries. Once interrupted, you must submit the text for completion. If one of the target entries on the current page can be used as a conclusion, then select the entry before choosing sub-conclusion. Ultimate definition result deja vu.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean... The moon, illusions, and lies. What did they all mean? My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. That doesn't sound right. I need to... I can't seem to cohesive...
क्या है भाई ये?
Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Let me collect my thoughts. Consumption. You can choose any text entry to interpret it. Some text entries can be associated with one another. Once triggered, set associate to choose another. Okay, now I get it. ये मैं associate करता हूँ इसको मैं. Deja vu से. Time loop.
That should be it. The flow
भाई
of time is
क्या ये
endlessly
यार
cycling
ये
within one single day.
टाइम लूप में पहले तुमने फंसाया, अब तुम हमको पजल भी दे रहे हो टाइम लूप की। अब हम क्या ही
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A
अब
pity.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you...
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and...
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right? Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again.
भाई
It's
अब
more
जब 20
productive
बार
than sitting
वही
here and
लूप
scratching
चला
our
चुके हो
heads.
तुम, कितना टाइम लूप में फंसाओगे हमको
Why
यार?
don't we start with those stall owners?
अब वो स्टॉल ओनर से वापस जाके बात करूंगा मैं। भाई एक तो इतनी इंटेंस स्टोरी राइटर कौन है भाई? गेंशिन का नाम बताओ, उसका इतनी अच्छी स्टोरी कैसे लिख दी? कहाँ था?
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Hey, didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully
You're really excited about this, huh?
help you?
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. What you just said, are you serious?
Paimon knew you weren't going to...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals. The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good for practical problems. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Let's try talking to...
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
She cares a lot about...
If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, at this time of day, Dia's probably...
Fine, my lady. It's
Perfect timing.
Paimon, traveler. You came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out.
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds.
Tell her, traveler.
How do you
I
know?
didn't tell anyone about that.
हमको सब
Including Miss
पता है, हम 20 बार
Dunyarzad.
तुम्हारी
You couldn't have
reality
known.
जीते हैं भाई.
And just now, you literally took the
20
words.
बार.
All right, so this is the...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
At
I don't
first,
quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
the hell.
My lady, are you angry?
Come with me, I'll show you some of it.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely...
ठीक है भाई. तो हाँ. इसमें सीन ही कैसा था यार. Bring Dania to Naida. मार्केट में ले जाना. अच्छा हाँ, उसका कॉन्सर्ट कैंसिल कराने वाले थे ना वो लोग. इतना कंफ्यूजिंग है भाई.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where?
Huh?
हैं?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Okay. Bye.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
You can see her.
Wow, how perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma.
I can sense her aura. There are also
doesn't
lingering
regret
feelings of
and
something like
disappointment. What
regret.
happened?
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the
हो सकता है कि
Academia
उसके dance
sages are
stand
the
हो.
only ones in some... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know.
Naida, can you tell us how?
Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you...
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
No,
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the Gnosis.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants..."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people.
Wait.
Wait.
What's up?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used.
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
Doubt it.
Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
Can't say for sure, my friend. Information on the Akasha.
People in Sumeru
do
don't
not
dream. What a strange phenomenon. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully...
Akasha.
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants no... My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Deja vu.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before.
ये वाला है
That
Akasha.
doesn't sound right.
Then what?
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Who knows?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so
What's the point of doing something?
just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically... This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case,
Bye.
we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
वो भी कर सकते हैं बाकी it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
करना भाई.
How does everyone feel?
Actually, I also noticed something.
Huh? What is it?
But like the end of
Oh,
it.
that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
I heard some sound in the
That's
portal.
probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
What's that?
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. But it sounded... We took off our Akasha terminals.
भाई फिर से इनके memory.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate...
But we cannot lose.
क्या होगा यार अब? ओके फिर से memory. फिर से. Are they going back in time or something?
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now Now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's...
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about...
I guess I'm the
I
moon.
guess.
The moon? Wasn't that the result?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Hold on, something not right.
What's wrong?
lagi nahi.
Why are you both gawking at me like...
You didn't get hurt this...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
Your unfamiliar usually lands from precious.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel... It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless...
You're saying that, although you don't remember using it, your body feels...
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check it...
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read my...
forget it.
भाई कसम से सर दुखा दे रहा है क्या फिर से टाइम स्किप पैमाउन आज नहीं सोएगा
It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
नहीं
Really? Good job on all that progress.
Hey, what kind of...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure, how many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? This tomorrow, it's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही deep हो गया
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind... Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day...
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day.
as expected it's not simple as
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't...
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of... In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often.
Paimon thought that Duke did that! Oh, whatever.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
What the
That's why
hell?
you two have been everything to me.
Nahira's talking about confusing stuff.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
The day of fighting skill has been improved.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not notice that? And it's
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to... Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire... We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the day...
Memories of deleted everyone.
If all our memories of a day are erased
भाई
at the
कितना
end
ज्यादा
of that
मेमोरी
day,
में घुस रहे हैं।
then
25वां
we
दिन
would
चल रहा है ये जो
unwittingly
रिपीट
relive
हो
the
चुका है।
same day again and
सच में
again.
यार।
oh,
अपन
then the
टाइम
beat
लूप
we
में
hear
फंस
every
चुके हैं
night
बहुत
could
गंदी
just be
तरीके से।
indicating the
क्या ही
deletion of our
स्टोरी लिखी है
memories.
भाई। कभी लगा था
That's
गेम में
why
कितनी
when we
स्टोरी
wake
हो
up,
सकती है किसी
everyone
भी।
thinks the Sub-Zero's
लाइक
festival hasn't
हर
happened
साल
yet.
एक तो नया
It's
रीजन आता
already
है।
the next
इस
day, but
तीसरे से
everyone
चौथा
still
रीजन है
thinks
और
it's the
उसकी भी
day
स्टोरी इतनी
before.
अच्छी है।
But muscle
Yeah.
memory can't be erased. That's why Dia
Don't
has been getting
graphic.
better at using her greatsword.
स्टोरी जो है
Now everything makes sense.
बियॉन्ड अंडरस्टैंडिंग
A
पॉसिबल।
brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night.
ओके
You lost.
That isn't simple at all.
रॉन्ग
Why don't
कंक्लूजन
you
तो
go talk
भी
to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right. She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go.
फिर से जाएंगे और नहीदा से फिर से बात करेंगे। टाइम लूप से बाहर कभी निकलेंगे कि नहीं हम?
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
नहीं है।
Get hurt? Why would
तलवार भी
I?
नहीं ली,
Don't
इसको पुरानी
underestimate
बेच
me.
चुकी है।
Well,
फिर
you're
से
still
बताएंगे
getting
लगता है
used-
इसको।
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today?
फिर से
Paimon's
बताओ
gotten a
इसको कि
little
टाइम
sick
लूप
of
में
doing
फंसे
it.
हुए हो आंटी तुम। हेलो। Let's just get straight to
Oh,
the
that
point.
works.
25th day of this time loop. No proficient. Great. Will it be the same day
What
many
happened
times
to you
or
guys while I was
2012?
gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Nah.
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
अरे big fan.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's
Don't make me
already
blush,
gotten
my
used to
friend.
this great sword, but my brain just doesn't remember.
Yes, your memory's being
ये
erased
गेम की
every
स्टोरी बहुत ही
day.
प्यारी है।
Then
मैं
I'd
कुछ
have to
कह नहीं
disagree.
सकता इसको।
That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zerus festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense
Okay.
says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I thought about that too. But if the series
Right.
were behind
They
that,
could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof?
Where,
You
bhai?
two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is...
ठीक है भाई. ये गेम हटाओ. अरे तेरे को ये गेम से क्या
I
प्रॉब्लम
can't
भाई?
believe it's Dia who
सब
wants
प्यारी
to show
स्टोरी है
us
गेम की.
something this time.
कल वैलो खेलूंगा.
2
अभी मैं
days
वैलो
ago,
नहीं खेल
we
रहा.
were the ones
वैलो ही
taking her
खेलने
to
वाला
see
था मेरे पास.
Dunyarzad.
कल वैलोरेंट खेलूंगा. वो देखना कल रैंक पुश करूंगा वैलो में. गोल्ड 2 पेट का हुआ अभी मैं.
This is it.
Huh?
अच्छा ये
This is
ट्रेनिंग
the
वोटिंग
wedding-
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be?
That's true, but what if they...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of the force. Angle and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no... The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew. Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Okay.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We are not in a time
Yep,
loop.
that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been
How
strange
come you
lately.
never thought about leaving the city?
Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're... How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe...
नहीदा से बात करेंगे फिर जाके. By the way, Nahida, who are you?
Nahida! We're back!
You're back early today.
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time...
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do...
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think to...
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Yeah.
Really? That's kinda strange.
Yep, something here's definitely fishy. Our memories are back!
Obviously, Pama, let's go on.
About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for... Listen to it.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
This is my
Traveler,
voice.
you should be missing 2 days worth of memories.
2 days ago.
It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
कितना दिमाग खराब कर रहे हैं. कितनी मेमोरी लूप है यार. Empty the illusion of the festival. Head to the city gate to find a way. Like 2 दिन पुरानी मेमोरी के अंदर घुस रहा हूँ मैं.
Why can't we leave the...
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. What?
Here we go again. Don't ask. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's help, huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But what if things get really weird out? Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but...
Don't worry, Paimon.
Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon and please.
पहली बार पाइमन को पीछे छोड़ के जा रहे हैं इतनी अच्छी पूरी स्टोरी में लाइक 2 साल हो गए
Memories.
Let's go try to leave. What's wrong?
Paimon thought Paimon would never see you again. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Still sorry, Paimon. I won't leave you.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was what?
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being... Well... Okay.
Yep, now we're...
क्या ही चल रहा है बे
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this?
I
Nahida,
know,
you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand.
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're at...
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once. Yes, okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
So now
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
dude.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all...
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky.
The hell?
And now, even the final space has also... Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Actually what?
Why did the message end right there? What?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler.
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final space is also...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have been?
They have the real world?
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that? All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of human presence.
The space where...
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Paimon's head is spinning.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought up. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an...
Give me some time and...
Hey! Where are you going?
Organize your thoughts on the family event. Ridiculous.
Do you want some alone time to think? All right then, Paimon...
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Dance is
Okay.
ready.
Why don't you...
Okay then. See you later.
I dance करवा तो मेरे हिसाब से वो dance.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome, what is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, Wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together.
नहीदा को तो याद भी नहीं है कुछ. मेरे हिसाब से यार कौन है यार?
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off,
People don't so many to do it.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. People in Sumeru don't dream. What a... We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Those spaces remind me of... dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia Forest, except these have no sign of human presence.
The truth behind dreams.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream, rather the
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals, and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so... So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in...
correct answer.
Oh my
Now,
god.
how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of...
Akasha is manifestation of God's of wisdom power.
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. The Akasha relies on the... It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. The Akasha relies on the power... It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right?
Yes.
That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia... Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the fact that the real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Yes, and they don't intend to stop there.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
Samsara. The patient.
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. I can't...
Akasha sound. What is this?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations.
चीटिंग ही कर देगी. Mass production of dreams.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual...
The grand speech.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god."
Something.
My mind feels exhausted.
ये हो
We've
सकता
already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zerus festival along with everyone else's, while no one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. And so people wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha. And so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogy.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question.
वो है हमारा The moon illusion. The moon to
they say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
lies.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming? They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation.
So you noticed.
तूने तो बताया था.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. Wait, now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Finally, Dendro Archon reveal करते हुए अपने आप को.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you...
Oh, why couldn't you simply tell us?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more... Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short,
How does Sage manage to keep people from noticing?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zerus festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memory. That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zerus festival, they don't remember anything from their previous...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up.
मतलब अपन पूरे dream
Is
के
that
time
an
loop
example of what
होता है.
you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zerus Festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and...
उनके dreams हुए. Dreams of Sub-Zero festival.
I know, right? Why did
Particularly
they have to
इसके
base
बारे में
this
क्या
dream on
था?
my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's...
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
No. Information of a dream with no human presence.
Those spaces remind me of
Like one I had
dreams.
in the
Like the one I had in the Avidia forest.
information.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. The Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that...
Celebrate the birth of
Birth
that
of the
god.
gods.
I didn't mean...
Oh, the side effect of mass
Can
producing.
humans really keep dreaming forever like this?
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with. Like Dunyarzad. This...
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows if...
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety.
No matter
No matter what they're trying, after we end the Sub-Zerus Festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the
Obviously, yeah.
sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back?
In the end, I'm just the moon,
The real is so
the real sun.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
See that. हाँ वो फर्स्ट दो आइकॉन थे ना यहाँ के सुमेरो को ये तो बाद में बनी
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared.
It can no
It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other...
She's actually something like a puppet, but the real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role, and so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream.
Just
like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality.
Yes.
After all, speaking of which, the old
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her person. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zerus.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage...
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are...
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zerus Festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even that means this dream belongs to a host.
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from... Which means, with the power of imagination, they can...
Imagination? What do you...
Imagination means breaking through what you... Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the dream will respond in kind. And the server really would. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and...
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be... And even if we did, after all, like you said.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of, as for me...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Oh. Paimon, she was such a good person. Was such a simple... Yeah. But Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way.
Unless, knowing that they'll probably become aware of what they are doing.
That's true. Plus, so, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him some...
अब पता करना है कौन है उसका host.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Imagine your wish will coming true before
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more
Okay. My wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit... She just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is...
So...
When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy... What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh!
What?
Fucky! Sorry, but... nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
Obviously.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
Yes.
Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take...
Take Dunyarzad and leave.
Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
You are wasting your breath, my friend.
You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
Enough. A new punching bag.
Gather.
Scatter! Spring forth!
There is no escape!
Solidify.
Scatter!
Let's play! Shine down! There is no escape! Yahoo!
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys?
It's Paimon.
You and Nahida both. Oh, and remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying yeah, even if it's only a tiny This is the place! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary Should we open?
After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get to the expensive. I'll probably continue a journey with that, so I hope that it will further conversation from more players can stay I'm confident.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this, even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's fest. She must have wanted to give this. If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even think. Hey! Where are you off to, Nan?
Luckily, Dunyarzad
It's Dunyarzad's puppet.
I guess.
Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Dunyarzad?
Yes, Traveler. What?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Someplace. watch the dance.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
Oh.
Traveler is here.
Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been... Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, then... So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Hold on.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flower.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Patisaras? Just like the ones from the legend?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers?
Yeah. What's going... huh?
This is Grand Sage.
You guys are acting...
Finally,
Hey!
I guess my dream है. ये लोग आए.
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. What if purple Patisaras don't exist in the real world anymore? But in Nilu's... It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will... So when you saw the flowers, you... But if we went to... How should we make...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kus...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in...
Yep, but his piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was kept after who knows how long. He mastered all the knowledge. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage, his wife lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can.
Really, we are waiting for this for a long time.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Dunyazad. Dream is ending, guys. Finally, we are out of it.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep. Paimon's head. Paimon thinks the Sub-Zeros. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zeros? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal.
The loop has ended.
She's not in her room. What happened? Huh?
Well done, traveler. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing—
I'm sorry, who?
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream.
Finally, the act complete हो गया. Wait. Archon quest अभी भी बचे हैं. Act 3 भी है क्या?
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at this end.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Finally, turned on.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first.
After we parted on the last day of the among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant that such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, where both will gradually fade until they I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily?
Both are fine. Everyone—
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the traveler
You also heard someone's voice, right?
Yeah, so you do know! We've been wanting to—
It seems like the traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these...
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata,
the Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert...
Okay, so what?
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick! Is it because of the but even if you can't figure out what that vision...
The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that this puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be...
Go and get some sleep. Literally.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit.
Retro Archon. Guys, we are ending the stream. Bye. Bye. कल 30 रिव्यू चलो आर्कन क्वेस्ट खत्म हो चुके हैं स्टोरी और वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट बचे हैं बाद में करेंगे रियली मजे आ गए आज वेलो आ जाओ बिल्कुल आ ही रहा हूँ 5 मिनट रुक जाओ बंद ही कर रहा हूँ 2 मिनट में वेलो को पता नहीं खाना भी ज्यादा अरे आता हूँ भाई आते हैं भी रुक जा क्या जल्दी है खेलते 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 था कुछ भी मेरे पीछे में 2 गेम चल पाएंगे इतने हाई एक्सपेक्ट वाले कुछ भी बात करता है आर्कन को कंप्लीट किया भाई इतनी प्यारी स्टोरी थी ना क्या ही बताएं हम ये अनलॉक कर देता हूँ जाके सुमेरु सिटी का आखिरी का कहाँ है ये नीचे तो नहीं होगा नीचे
Illusion shattered!
Wouldn't gliding be fast? Think you can get away? Brace yourself.
Stabilize.
Propagate!
A reward on the road.
वेट करो बालक ये पहाड़ी क्यों एंड कर दिया क्या एंड कर दिया स्ट्रीम लैग हो रही है, पता नहीं।
Crumble!
अरे यार इसको ऊपर से आना पड़ेगा देने, ऊपर जाने का रास्ता भी इधर से नहीं दिखेगा, यहाँ से जा तो करता है। एक काम करता हूँ, क्या जगह है, क्या ही जगह है।
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
मैं शायद ही आया यहाँ पर, देखो हाउस ऑफ डी ना, क्या जगह है। लाइब्रेरी and ode to the sword light. कुछ समझा।
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
कुछ है इधर का भी वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट है यार, स्ट्रीम लैग हो रही है। ठीक है, मैं ऊपर कैसे जाऊँ फिर, मैं समझ रहा हूँ। ठीक है, यहाँ से स्टेयर्स है तो फिर आओगे। 96 मिनट से स्ट्रीम कर रहे हो, मुझे नहीं पता भाई। क्वेस्ट आ गया, चल ठीक है, अभी आ ही रहा हूँ, बंद ही कर। मुझे रास्ते नहीं मिल रहे हैं वैसे भी अभी।